tonight, within the last 20 minutes, we've learned a man in his 20s has died after getting swept down Clear Creek.
The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office says a group of friends were wading in the water when one of them went out too far and was swept downstream. He was not wearing a life jacket.
Rescue crews found him near a pedestrian bridge west of Highway 6. That roadway was closed for the past several hours, but is now back open. The Sheriff's Office has not released the victim's name.
And this is the second death this weekend due to high waters. This morning, first responders recovered the body of a woman swept away at Lakewood Gulch near West 12th and Miller. At the height of the storm last night, this area was under 10 feet of water. Firefighters were forced to wait until floods receded this morning before they recover her body. Her name has not yet been released. And apartments flooded after a creek surges with rain.
Lakewood residents are combing through their belongings, trying to salvage what they can. One father said, though, he lost everything.
Tonight, Denver 7's Lance Hernandez got a tour of that flooded apartment. Lance?
Evan Bennett and his two sons were getting a fresh start. He had just recently separated from his wife. They found a nice little apartment here in Lakewood. Shade trees nearby, a nice little creek. But last night, that creek turned their lives upside down.
I think it's going to be a while before they can make this livable again.
The flash flood laid waste to Evan Bennett's apartment, damaging nearly everything inside. This picture shows the water rushing outside. When it started leaking through the door jamb, Bennett's first thought, grab a towel.
By the time I turned around and just started to even grab anything, you could see that the water was already rising to a level that was beyond anything that a towel could handle.
It shattered the door jamb of his neighbor's apartment, filling it with water, waist high. You can see the water line. It ruptured drywall and flowed into Bennett's unit, flooding every room in the house.
The bed was floating. Everything in the entire house was floating at one point.
We all started to panic.
After getting his boys out of the apartment, Bennett grabbed what he could.
Memories, basically, pictures and stuff of the boys, and just so I could have something.
Then he went out to move his car, a car that used to belong to his mom, but it stalled in the high water.
The car got completely flooded all the way up past the seats.
The 2008 Subaru, with only 50,000 miles, now ruined.
We're responsible for the structure.
Bennett called management to ask if they had another place for him and his boys to stay. They told him to use his own insurance to rent a room.
I was starting all over again, and then only a few months into starting all over again, I'm starting all over again.
When I walk in my home now, I think that we just got here. We have to move out. All of our stuff is gone. Everything of memories and all that's gone.
Several other residents who live along this drainage ditch are in the same boat. They lost everything, no place to stay. Reporting live in Lakewood, Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
Lance, thank you. If you have a tip or a problem you think we should look into, you can contact 7 at 720-462-7777. You can also send us an email at contact7@thedenverchannel.com.
Rain, hail, lightning.